Chill and Chat Talk Show.
Chilling and chatting, one of our favorite things to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, hey, you dropped your daughter off at the airport to fly back to Toronto last week. You must miss her already.
Oh, yeah. It's so hard to say goodbye to your kids when they leave. But you know what?
Absolutely.
She may be moving back to BC.
Wow, that's awesome.
I know. I'm very excited.
Wow.
Well, I mean, theater is pretty much done right now with COVID in Toronto. So, and a lot of her auditions are online and her self-tapes, anything, it can be done anywhere. So she is coming back home for a while.
Actually makes total sense. Yeah. I'm going to be in Toronto in a couple of weeks. I'm going to try to convince my daughter to move back to BC.
I think you should.
Because she's an actress too, and she's just sitting in her rental suite.
Yeah, exactly. And I tell you, it always stresses me out when she's flying, back to Toronto because
yes, you
have my flying issues.
She has flying issues. I do remember the first time flying with you, and you were holding on to my. I didn't know you that well, and you were like all huggy and holding.
And
on
I'm not
to me.
a touchy person. I was hanging on, and I left all these indentations in your hands.
You did actually.
Yes, I'm a very nervous flyer. I mean, I always fly. I've flown all over the world. I make myself go, but I do not like flying. And I'm not sure if it's because, I have a lot of friends who are pilots, and that is a very scary thing if you knew my friends.
Oh, really?
And, or, I don't know, maybe it's control issues.
Oh, I'm going to think it's probably more about the control issues, and I think he would probably say that too.
Yes.
But you know what? You had something happen to you that most people don't have happen to you, which is your friend died in a plane crash.
Yeah, I'm sure that was part of it. Definitely was very traumatic. I was in grade 3, and we were best friends. And I remember driving home from shopping, and it was announced on the radio, and my mom pulling over and crying in the car.
I know,
and
that's just...
And it was their whole family. They lost all 5 of them and the dog.
I mean, that's just so sad.
I'm definitely sure that contributes to my flying issues.
Well, it is probably hard because your daughter flies a lot, and especially when she comes back and forth between Toronto and Vancouver. Yes.
Well, it's funny because I don't relax. Like the whole time, I'm totally stressed out. That 4-hour flight, and I can't concentrate on anything. Yes. And then she knows that she has to text me
as soon as she lands.
And anyway, the last text that she sent me was pretty funny. She's like, 60% chance that, I thought we're going to die the whole time flying because they had such bad turbulence. She goes, and then 100% really thought I was going to die when they landed because I guess the plane landed like on its side and was almost ready to roll over.
What do you mean, the wings touched the ground?
Well, she said it was like on its side like this, so I don't know.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm glad I got that text after she landed because I would have been like majorly stressed from that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the weather? Because sometimes going from cold to hot, although it's pretty hot here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they say the hot causes turbulence, right? So,
yes.
Yeah, that's why I always hate flying to Vegas. It's very turbulent.
I think that's when you put the indentations in my hands.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
And interesting, I have a funny flight story. It's kind of funny. My sister Audrey, I thought it was her first flight, but when I just saw her, she said it was her second flight. Right. It was her second flight, flying just from Halifax to Toronto. And then the masks came down. Oh. And they all had to put oxygen masks on.
Oh, my goodness.
It was only her second flight.
Yeah.
And her ears really hurt.
Yeah.
And she thought that was, she didn't think anything of it. She put the mask on, and then they landed. Well, then when she went for the next few flights... Yeah. She asked the stewardess, when are the oxygen masks going to come down?
Oh, my goodness.
Because she thought that was normal.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's never happened to me before. Has that happened to you?
Nope, never. And I'd probably die of a heart attack if that did.
Anyways, you have lots of crazy flying stories. We should have one episode just on Jenny's flying, neurotic flying
that could be 20 episodes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. But
anyways, we'll save that for maybe for a wine and who, what, where, when, why. And speaking of that, up next, wine and who, what, where, when, why.
So welcome to Wine and
Who, What, Where, When, Why.
I love that.
So that's our new thing now. It's who, what, where, when, why, so that we can either do it on who, what, where.
Gives us more
when,
flexibility
why.
And opens up to lots of other ideas.
Yes, it does. So cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. Oh.
So we are drinking
Rosso from
Chaos
from Rosso.
No, Chaos Rosso
from Ex Nihilo.
Yes, Ex Nihilo. And
which is actually in Lake Country, so just out of Kelowna.
yes. And what does ex nihilo mean again?
Out of something, no, out of nothing. Something out of nothing.
Exactly right. You got it. So very interesting. So this was when we first tasted it. It was very young.
Yeah.
It had a lot of tannins.
Right.
And
Well, I said sharp.
it was very.
I don't know what I mean by that, but it's what I felt.
It was very sharp to the palate. Like it was just very kind of abrupt.
Yeah. But you said it was because it's young.
And because it's young.
Yeah.
So it really needed to air out. So we used our little funky aerator.
Yes, that was very cool.
And this is what we actually did is we actually got my wine carafe and I just poured it in.
Careful.
And look how it just aerates it
so
like that.
Cool. That's really
And
neat.
then you just pour it back in.
Yeah.
And then it was amazing. It tasted like it was a different wine. So cheers
Cheers.
to aerators.
It took away that sharp.
It totally
thing. I mean,
did.
I don't really understand, but I could tell it wasn't like the real sharp taste.
And you were
after that.
surprised because you didn't
Yeah.
believe that it could
Oh yeah,
do
I was
that.
like, oh. God.
I was right again.
Well, I wasn't thinking that, but.
So
was
that
it-
even did another
Nice.
level. That was it's really nice. All right, so is it who, what, where, when, or why?
It is. So which one?
It is who, what,
Where,
when.
When?
When?
When, yes,
Yes,
yeah.
that's the one we're doing. When?
So
The
when we
question
were
is,
young,
yes,
did we ever?
were we ever in a beauty pageant? So Jenny, have you ever been in a beauty pageant?
Embarrassingly enough, I was.
Oh, so
Yes.
tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I was Miss Kinsman for
Miss
grade
Kinsman?
grade 12 in
Grade
Summerland,
12.
BC, and I probably should have taken it a little bit more seriously, and I didn't. And I didn't win a princess or queen role, which
I'm just so
know,
shocked.
because
No, why didn't you win? Do you know why?
well, I'm sure there was, I was a bit of a rebel,
But
a
did
little bit
something
of a
particular? I'm gonna tell
yes.
us. Okay,
A little bit-
something happened.
Yeah, so a little bit of a brat too. I mean, there could, this could have been one of the reasons, or I could just be blaming it on this reason. But so we had a neighbor where I lived, and I'd come home, and she was always looking out the window and being really nosy, and I felt really uncomfortable about it, and kind of like mad because I felt like she was spying on us. And anyway, I came home one night late with my boyfriend, and there she was looking out of her window, and I'm really embarrassed to say, but I gave her the finger.
You gave her the finger?
I did.
Oh, what did she do? Did she like?
Well, she just walked away, but anyway, then I found out she was one of the judges.
Oh, Jenny.
I know.
She was probably checking you out because you were in the beauty pageant
Yes.
to see if you were a
yes.
good girl.
Not a good move, but anyway, not something I'm proud of, but yes. So anyway, what about your experience?
Well, when I was in grade 9.
Yeah. Oh, grade 9.
Grade
okay.
9. I was in a few, like even when I was a bit younger than that, but in grade 9 was
Yeah.
the last one I did.
Oh, so you did a few beauty pageants?
Well, yeah, just little, like grade
Okay.
8, grade 7.
Okay.
But grade 9, I'm so much older, right?
Mature.
I became Miss Fire Prevention first.
Miss Fire
Miss Fire Prevention in
Okay.
my high school.
Okay.
And then from there, I went on to compete for Miss, maybe Miss Nova Scotia it was. I'm not really
Oh,
sure
okay,
what
yeah.
I was competing for. I don't remember. But
Yeah.
I had to, you kind of had to do one and win and then go
Yeah.
into another one.
Yeah.
And so I had this beautiful green dress
Yeah.
on, went to the floor. I was
Green,
really
your favorite color,
excited.
right?
Yes, brought out my green
Okay.
eyes.
There you go.
And when I got on stage, I lost my poise. And I put my hand on my waist and I shot my hips out and I just talked like a farm girl. Because I was a farm girl. So later on I did
So
find
you went
out
from
I
boys
lost.
to farm girl?
Yes, I lost points because I lost my poise. So I did not win.
Ah.
But I did get
Oh,
I did
well.
win Miss Fire Prevention.
I think we're princesses anyway.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, Miss Fire Prevention Queen.
Cheers, Miss Kinsman.
And I publicly apologize to that neighbor lady for my rude behavior. I mean, I really thought she was being nosy and just spying on my boyfriend and I. So I'm sorry.
Oh, that's so nice that you apologized.
Well, she's probably not watching this anyway.
Anyways,
so.
we have mail. Shall I read the first one?
Sure.
All right.
You always get the first one.
I do. Well, we can switch that up in the future. Anyways, this is from Audrey in Ontario.
Ontario.
A challenge for Trish and Jenny. Would you guys be willing to walk a trail in high heel shoes? Ooh,
What?
High heel shoes? Challenge accepted. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay, we'll do it.
Let's do it. All right. Wait for it. All right. You gonna do the next level?
Okay, sure. Well, I hope we don't like injure ourselves or something. Okay, question. Question. How long have you two been friends for, and how did you meet? You two seem to be like two peas in a pod. Wendy from Langley. Wow, Langley, Ontario. So how did we meet? So
No, that's Langley, BC.
yeah, but
I see. Yes.
One from Ontario, one from Langley.
Okay.
But
Well, I think we met 11 years ago.
11 years, yes.
Yes.
In the Total Makeover Challenge. The first year that I put it on, Trish was one of the challengers.
I was,
Yes.
and I came in second, only because Jenny didn't vote for me to be first.
She cannot get over this. She cannot get over this.
Anyways, people always think that we're sisters.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, that was 11 years now. Wow.
Wow, that is
we
a
can have
long
our
time.
11-year anniversary.
Oh yeah, let's do it. No. Anyways, are we ready for our guest?
Yeah, so next up is Bruce on the Loose. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Welcome, Bruce.
Bruce on the Loose, that is.
Good morning.
So, Bruce, can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Well, let me see. To start off with, I'm married to one of these two young ladies over here.
Not me.
Okay, she gave it away already. Of course, the astute in the crowd would know that I'm married to Trish, and yes, we have 5 kids. I'm Chilliwackian now for 4 years, and we are lovely and happy to be here in Chilliwack because this is a great town. So
Because I talked you into moving.
Actually, she
she did.
A lot to
Yes,
do with Jenny.
I
Jenny
said
is
how
very
amazing
persuasive.
Chilliwack is.
Yes.
yes, thank you for that.
Yeah.
So before COVID-19, what did you do for a living, and how did you end up being a food courier?
So I am a technical producer. I have been in sound engineering and technical production for probably 35 years. So I had, before even COVID came around, we had some slowdowns in the industry. So I actually started driving for the courier company more than 2 years before COVID happened. But then, of course, when COVID happened, it became a quasi-essential service, and I was driving like crazy. Trish never saw me.
Yes, he was never home.
I
Never
guess
home.
if people can't go out, that's what they did.
Yeah,
They ordered.
It was great. I mean, everybody's happy to see you.
Yes,
It's like
exactly.
delivering food and alcohol. What else is? Yeah, there you
Feel
go.
really good.
Yeah.
So can you tell us what exactly Bruce on the Loose is?
Well, during that period too, I started to put out these kind of just little bits and tidbits on Facebook and shout outs to these businesses that I was dropping in at and just giving them some accolades and saying, hey, drop on by. These guys are doing great. This is my favorite coffee shop kind of thing or whatever. You know, I was doing that. And then I had this idea to kind of up the game and just go do some video stuff, and so we just got the camera out and we went to one of my favorite spots and did a little blurb and just kind of went crazy, and kind of Bruce popped out of a shell and I was bored, and so you know I have a theater and acting kind of background too, so it was just kind of like let's go do this, and that's where it came from. And then I came to chillTV and said, hey, let's try this, and you know the door was open, so I just walked right in and tried it. So yeah.
Perfect. Well, they're a lot of fun, but I'm kind of mad at you.
For what?
Because you
What now?
You showed this incredible bakery place that has the most amazing stuff, and so I just now I go back there all the time, and
I know.
I'm sure there's like a little bit of COVID-20 on right now.
COVID keg,
I'm gonna
man.
blame you.
Oh, Yeah.
So, Bruce, I understand you have your latest episode to show us.
Yeah, this one's brilliant. It's the best of, I think, so far. Yep.
Awesome.
Nice.
We'll be right back with Bruce on the Loose. After Bruce on the Loose at the Olive Junction.
Here we go.
It's Bruce on the Loose.
Come on, let's go check one out today. There it is. We have the location for the Olive Junction right on the corner of Keith Wilson and Vetter Road in Garrison Village. Let's go. All right, we've arrived at the Olive Junction. Here we are in lovely Garrison. Come on in, let's see what's in here. I mean, look at the selection in here. It's like incredible. Look at all these vinegars and oils. It's like, wow, I am overwhelmed at this. Samantha and Curtis, tell us why you do this and how long have you been here? Give us a little bit of your story.
Well, we've been in Garrison Village since December 2018, but this journey actually began about 10 years ago to a trip that I made down in Fairfield, Bellingham. And that was my first oil and vinegar experience. And it just catapulted us into what is possible with food and what's possible with oil and vinegar.
You're not just oils, you're not just vinegars. Tell me more. What's going on here?
We actually have our own artisan foods line, and it's our own private label. So a lot of this stuff is actually small batch, local harvest.
I did see on the counter espresso flavored balsamic vinegar. Wow! Like what? Can I get a buzz off that?
I think you can actually. Yes. No. It's a great balsamic vinegar. My wife actually uses it in chili. It's great from cheesecake to chili.
Yeah, so actually because it's seasonal, I figured we'd hook you up with one of our top sellers right now, which is our toasted coconut balsamic vinegar, and paired it with our California lime olive oil. So we've put the lime in the coconut for you.
Let's see. Wow. Wow. This is good.
Yes.
Wow. It's like drinking concentrated wine, only, you know, with coconuts in it.
Yeah, there's no alcohol content.
Here we go with the olive oil. This is fantastic. It's like, who knew you could get the variety of this stuff put into a tiny little bit of olive oil, you know? Thank you, Curtis and Samantha. This was awesome. Hey, when you're out shopping and you've got an amazing meat or fish or whatever, this is the place. Once you've got your food in hand, come down here, ask them questions.
You never know where he's going to show up next.
Wow, great interview with the Olive Junction.
Absolutely.
Looked amazing.
That was tasty. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys, Samantha and Curtis are amazing. They are so knowledgeable. I'm going back there, definitely.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we already bought a bunch of stuff, didn't we?
We did. Yeah, we spent some money.
So Bruce, I'm sure, in the career job you had lots of interesting things happen.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe share some of those things.
Yeah, being out and this is where the whack comes into Chilliwack. There's lots of, sometimes when I'm out delivering, there's some people show up in some interesting outfits.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well,
Hopefully something.
you sometimes not very much. Is one particular fellow that always comes to the door in his gotchis, and it's they're not tighty whities, they're loosey gooseys. They're just like, wow.
Oh no.
Yeah. Anyway, really nice guy, but yeah, okay, put something on. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so how does a business get to be on your show, Bruce on the Loose?
Well, we have, you can contact me by email or get on my website, contact chillTV. We would love to feature some more businesses. I have a list of great businesses in Chilliwack that we would like to approach and build this for them, because I think it's a great platform. chillTV is fantastic for this, and that interview was fantastic. I hope they get business out of it, because I want to keep building up all these businesses in local area. So
That's a great thing to do for the Chilliwack businesses.
Awesome. Yeah,
Really
Bruce
great.
at vortex-sound.com. It should be on the screen right now as we speak.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Great.
Well, thank you.
Oh, can I mention that I do weddings? That Bruce on the Loose does weddings. I'm actually a wedding officiant. I don't know that you knew that, but we pastor a church, and so I do that. I'm a DJ. There's all kinds of things I can do.
You are multi-talented.
Multi-talented.
Yeah.
Well,
Bruce and Lou's.
thank you so much for sharing
Yes,
with us
thank you.
today.
Excellent.
And
Great.
up next, Treasure Trails. Welcome to Treasure Trails. I'm so excited today.
Because we are at a new beautiful location, Bridal Falls.
I've never been here. I'm really looking forward to
Yeah,
it.
I've been here I think 22 years ago, so this is new.
So we'll see how much it's changed since
Yeah.
then. All right, let's go. Which way, Jenny? We've got Falls 15 minutes that way, or we've got Woodland Trails. Which one should we do?
Both. On my throne.
All right, we're ready to hide the treasure.
Now, if you can hear the falls, it's close to the falls.
Yes, very close. And we thought this tree was really cool. Underneath, inside.
So our beautiful gift is in this beautiful red bag that we'll wrap in a plastic blue bag just for protection. And we're going to be hiding it in the little spot. Anyway, that was a cute little hike.
It was amazing. It was short and sweet
Yeah.
and beautiful.
Yes, absolutely gorgeous.
So Bridal Falls is apparently named by a romantic person who, when they looked at the falls, envisioned a beautiful bride's veil. And it
Beautiful.
totally looks like that, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And, you know, though it's a quick little short hike, it's a beautiful 32-hectare park. So you can enjoy picnicking, just bird watching, and of course the beautiful waterfall.
And all the different species of mosses. Apparently there's 250 of them.
Oh, very good.
All right. So, happy treasure hunting! Well, welcome back, everyone.
That was such a beautiful setting, that huge waterfall.
Oh my goodness.
So beautiful, and such a quick little hike. You know, it's perfect for all levels.
Yes, it has a really great picnic area too, so
Yeah, it was.
great place to hang out.
Exactly.
Okay, now, did you see the high heels on the trail?
I did. I think that was our camera person.
Yeah, just so everybody knows, that wasn't us. We did get that challenge just a few minutes ago. But no, that wasn't us. That was Audrey.
Yes, and that's one I'm now putting two and two together. She sent that in, so she's putting us up
Okay,
for the
because she
challenge.
went on the hike in her heels. 'cause
I know.
She didn't
Ridiculous.
bring any
I brought her
runners.
runners, and she had to do her high heels. Okay.
Yes, I know. She had
Silly.
options, yes. Well, maybe we can add a little black dress when we do it. And we can also do the Operation Little Black Dress at the
let's
same
do
time.
It. Okay, that'd be great.
Except they don't hike in heels.
Well, you know what? We can
They put
start
them on
we
when
can-
they get there, right?
We can start a new fad, be trendsetters, trailblazers.
Okay,
Yes.
let's do it. It's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, for next week, we are interviewing Alexander Babel, founder of Opera Kelowna, a lyric soprano with a list of credits and credentials that rivals most Hollywood actresses.
And anyone who wants to share with us questions, feedback, or requests for topics, email us at chillandchattv@gmail.com.
Until next time,
Cheers!
keep chilling and chatting.